All right, so finishing up the scene of seven victories, we can do it really, really quickly. So it's already set the stage of recapping the story that this beast who used to be able to reign in all these kingdoms as it reared its head, wearing a different clothing, right? And we thought they were different kingdoms, but turns out they were the different heads. And the king has come. He has thrown this beast down. The beast now is not. It says one of his heads still is. So Rome, after Christ came, Rome piddled on a little bit and then collapsed. And then he can't bring about a new worldwide victory because he has been restrained. And then it literally says that he comes up out of the abyss and he is able to bring his fullest expression, but Christ is going to come to destroy him. And that's what this section is all about. It's introduced us to the prostitute. It's given us a little bit better understanding who the beast is. And it's doing all this because it's fixing to show their ultimate demise. And he wants us to fully appreciate that. This is my peanut brittle in the way here. In case y'all, this is my 4-year-old's room. So I'm doing my work right now with a giant Toy Story banner behind me. I'm not obsessed with Toy Story. All right, here we go. Since I'm panning around, you're getting to see more stuff. So then, just to sum up and finish up this scene, once again, we're not wanting to explain every word of the book of Revelation. I'm just wanting to get you to see it's telling the same story over and over again. So the rest of this section is just seeing the judgment. We see the judgment of the prostitute throughout 18 and the first part of 19. Then we see the marriage supper of the Lamb that's going to happen when Christ returns in 19 verses 6 and following. And then we get another glimpse of this climactic here where the beast is judged. We see Christ coming on a white horse with crowns on his head, which, once again, that's the last time we saw someone on a white horse who had been given a crown. It was the first seal, which I believe was the first part of the story. But just for the record, that the first seal being Jesus Christ, that's not necessary to amillennialism, right? There are amillennialists that disagree about that, right? So, but we see Christ coming, and then we see the beast makes his final stand against all of this, right? And it says, let's see. Start reading in Revelation 19, verse 19. It says, "And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth with their armies gathered to make war against him who was sitting on the horse and against his army. And the beast this fella here was captured, and with it the false prophet, who in its presence had done the signs by which he deceived those who had received the mark of the beast and those who worship its image. These two were thrown alive into the lake of fire that burns with sulfur, and the rest were slain by the sword that came from the mouth of him who was sitting on the horse, and all the birds were gorged with their flesh." So Christ comes, Christ conquers, the beast is slain, the prostitute is judged, he receives his bride, and they all live happily ever after in the final things, right? Now, we have covered everything all the way up to the great controversial passage of Revelation chapter 20.